Alright, here I am, back once again, this time in the rain. Getting wet. In future updates, you will actually get sick from exposure. So the idea is ideally not to be out in the rain, but that has no effect at the moment other than you get wet. Alright. Now something I realised just before was I dropped my M4. Anyway, no biggie. Now I've decided this session to be going this way along the road. Basically heading west. Do some more exploring into areas I have never delved into before. Let's check the server pop. No worries. Now, it's 11:30 AM here, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Good time of day to be opportunistically raiding the more popular campsites, camp zones, but I'm quite well equipped at the moment, so I'm not too phased about that. So I just want to check out some of the areas, some of the buildings that are known drop spots that I haven't been to, just to see what actually drops there. Excuse me while I drink my coffee. Okay. Now, as you saw, there was rain, weather effects. There's also heat on sunny days. There'll be like crickets, heat haze, crickets chirping. No doubt you become dehydrated quicker. At the moment I'm energised, hydrated and healthy, which is excellent. If that was bright green I would be maxed out with water. I have 33% of a bottle. A couple of cans of food. Canned spaghetti, it's a good one. Different food has different nutritional value. Canned spaghetti is a good all-rounder. Water bottle, not bad. Generally speaking, I just fill up whenever I find a well or a stream, if I can get into it. In the future, of course, as I was saying, you get wet, you get soaked, you potentially will get sick. Scattered throughout the maps in buildings, there's antibiotics, there's vitamins. They have no effect at the moment, but will once disease and sickness is brought into the game, making survival that little bit more tricky. So at the moment you just got to drink, you just got to eat, you got to bandage. If you're nearly bled out, which you'll know if you're bleeding and you can't bandage, everything goes grey. You may need a saline IV, a blood bag, before you get a blood transfusion. Very handy to know your blood type. There are blood test kits. Mine is O positive. I found a kit quite a while ago. Did the blood test. What else can you find medically wise? EpiPens, which I do believe are good for broken legs. Also, actually, in my inventory for broken legs, you can make splints out of sticks and rope. Wooden stick. And rope. So, if you fall and break your legs from a height, or somebody shoots you in the legs, or, you know, nasty zombie or something somehow breaks your legs, they can be fixed. Otherwise, you're stuck crawling, which is no fun. Okay, I'm going to stick with this seal road, which will lead me to civilization, no doubt. And hopefully fat loots. What have I discovered recently, last session, this session? There is nothing to the north. Except trees. Just like Finland. Except there's, because there's no, you know, no cars, no rally drivers. So, it's just like Finland without cars. Birds. Now, as you can probably hear, there are bird calls. There are also these little dudes flying around, which when you initially start playing the game... Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze, excuse me. Can be mistaken and for other things and be quite distracting. Once you get used to them, basically your brain kind of filters these little random elements out and you go, oh, nice birdie. But there's lots of little things like this in the game which are just great. Little touches make things much more immersive. Okay. Should be sighting buildings soon. There's a hut. Now, for all you students of geography, if you were desperately thirsty and looking this way, aha, there's a building. You might be best to look for water at the bottom of a valley, because there would be a river, and there usually is, or at least pools or a stream. In this case, looks like there's a highway. But there's also these buildings. Not that I'm desperate for water, but we'll see what's down there. Now these types of big old barn like machinery sheds, we usually have a couple of bits of clothing, maybe a melee weapon or two. I have a feeling there won't be anything in these. Oh, fire axe. Well, there's a good... That's good to know. Take a breather. Something you'll also notice if I pull the gun out, if you've been running and you're breathing hard, most certainly affects your aim. Get down on the knees, a little bit better, not a hell of a lot. Go prone. Hey, and the sight's actually decided to work now. Well, that's good. So it was actually working before, but you just couldn't see it. Don't forget, the game's still in alpha. There are bugs. But generally, it's very much playable. Alrighty. Well, lot more running to do. Before we get to anywhere terribly interesting, I think. We've made it to a 2-lane sealed road.